My name is Dr. Jacqueline K. I work as a research scientist in the Nutrition and Food Systems Unit. In the Nutrition and Food Systems Unit, I lead the Maternal, Child and Adolescent Nutrition Program area. Exclusive breastfeeding is a practice of giving a child breast milk only for the first 6 months of life. Nothing else is given, not water or nothing else. So the child only survives on breast milk for the first 6 months of life. Then throughout the 2 years of the child's life, the child continues breastfeeding while adequate complementary foods are introduced. So once this is done adequately or optimally, the child is able to thrive, survive and thrive. So breastfeeding ensures that the child is not affected by the illnesses or diseases that afflict children during infancy. So it is a way of protecting the child from infections, and therefore it improves the survival rate of children in the first few years of their lives. So I'll first start by painting a picture of how breastfeeding happens in the community especially, and let me focus on the rural community where a typical Mother's Day would involve a lot of work outside the household. So maybe in the farm, or if it's in the urban context, an informal settlement mother would also have work that they would be doing outside the workplace. So for us to be able to prioritize breastfeeding, we need to provide a conducive environment for the breastfeeding mother to be able to adequately breastfeed their child. So what it looks like for us is really providing the necessary support that is required for the mother to be able to breastfeed their child. All right, so I'll talk about what APHRC has done over the years. So I'll reference 2 studies that APHRC has been involved in. So the first study is APHRC looked at breastfeeding rates in informal settlements in Nairobi, in Kenya. And what they found is that a lot of mothers did not exclusively breastfeed their children. And the reason they did not do this is because of their commitments outside the home environment. They were involved in work outside the home environment. So the second study that I'll reference is a study that APHRC was involved in that focused on baby-friendly community initiatives. So this study really focuses on using the infrastructure that exists, the health infrastructure that exists in the community, and in this case it's the community health volunteers, to help mothers in the community to breastfeed. So what these 2 studies show that is with necessary support, mothers are able to breastfeed their young children. So what APHRC has done over the years is really provide the evidence required to have the necessary policy infrastructure to be able to protect, promote and support breastfeeding in Kenya. My call to action, I'll take this in two ways. So the first thing is that, for instance, in Kenya, we do have adequate policy infrastructure that protects, promotes and supports breastfeeding. So I'll reference 2 policy pieces. The first one is the Breastfeeding Mothers Bill of 2024. So this bill helps to create the infrastructure necessary in the workplace. So for instance, lactation areas in the workplace, flexible working hours, just the general breastfeeding support that a mother requires to be able to breastfeed, a working mother requires to be able to breastfeed their child. The second bill, it's an act of parliament that I'll reference, is the Breast Milk Substitutes Act. So this one kind of discourages the aggressive marketing of breast milk substitutes. So my call to action is one, because we already do have the policy environment, is to enforce the policies that exist. So if we can adequately enforce these policies, we can be able to continue to protect, promote and support breastfeeding. The second thing is that, as I said previously, APHRC has provided the evidence we need to be able to protect, promote and support breastfeeding. So what we need to do is really to scale up the evidence that we have generated beyond the counties where we did the research, and again beyond Kenya.